Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of CISO Talks. Today, we are joined by Fausto Lendeborg, who is the co-founder and CCO of Secberus. Fausto, welcome to CISO Talks.
Thank you. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, good. It's a pleasure to have you here. Um, I think it would be great actually if you could start with a little introduction about yourself and tell us a little bit about what you guys do over at Secberus.
Yeah, of course. I think starting, I have a very extensive background in cybersecurity, information security. I've been in the space for 15 years. Started really mitigating and protecting banks against DDoS attacks back in Prolexic, a company that got acquired by Akamai. Then I co-founded a company called ZenEdge in the web application firewall space. Um, and there we build an AI and machine learning web application firewall to really understand which connections and which requests on a web phase were legitimate or coming from a bot. So really came a background from the automation space, software space, most important, the security space. So while I was there, I had a big challenge, which was how can we secure the cloud environment at scale? We were doing hundreds of new instances per week. We had plenty of engineers working on infrastructure and building cloud applications. And every time an engineer builds an application or makes a change as part of the CI/CD DevOps cycle, there can be an introduction of risk, vulnerability as a misconfiguration, something that violates company policy. I started seeing this shift in security where engineers were introducing so much risk to the company. So I founded Secberus, and Secberus, in a nutshell, is an enterprise platform that helps enterprises to secure their cloud environment as it gets built and scaled in real time, right? So we created technology that makes the detection of extremely fast, near real time, makes the incident response of the detection, allows companies to manage policy, and truly, what we're trying to fight the most is how can we have an environment that we can confidently scale at an enterprise level?
Great, great. So you kind of cited here that enterprises today, especially with the way things are going, they need they absolutely need a cloud governance solution. Um, I mean, what does that mean? Um, Obviously, there are a ton of solutions that are already available out there today in the market. What exactly does that mean?
I think if you look at it from a business perspective, security is now a business topic across the enterprise. So when you really focus on not only to protect the vulnerabilities or remediate misconfigurations, you have to think about what is the governance strategy of the business? What is the risk strategy of the business? So for us is making sure that we can build a platform that any security and governance strategy can be deployed on. So Sigberis pretty much what takes you is through a business lens, a solution that you can build and design all of your policies from a security, compliance, and governance perspective, and be able to apply those policies across any technology stack that is being used by your engineers to build applications. So it doesn't matter if you hire, let's say you hire 10 engineers and they're working on a specific cloud, and you hire another engineers and they're working on another specific cloud. When you think about the engineering structure, they are going to build applications using the environments they feel the most comfortable on. But that's not necessarily um, key to be secure. So as a business, you got to have a platform that can secure the environment regardless of the environment that they're using to build an application. So for us, governance means how can we position the business cloud security architects, CISOs, and governance team to create policy, security policy to detect misconfigurations and vulnerabilities from a business first perspective, right?
Mhm.
So our solution automates the entire process from selecting the policy to applying policy at the engineering level to remediating policy violations.
And is this all kind of automated as well? What's the kind of intervention, or from a user interaction perspective? I see that I think I refer to one of your previous comments around policy as code.
Mhm.
Could you explain to us a little bit about how this technology actually works?
Yeah, so I think there's three levels of the technology at the core, right? I think the first thing is understanding that with the right solution in place, companies can increase their maturity level in the cloud, right? So when you look at the maturity level, you go from everything done manually to everything automated and federated,
Mm.
right? So we look at the world from that sense. How can we automate the detection? How can we automate the response? And how can we automate everything in the middle, right? So Secberus is built in three core columns, which is the first one is the automating the detection. So we created detection layers using policy as code to be able to detect any misconfiguration of a cloud. Doesn't matter where you're using it. So our detection is real time. When you look at the response layer, we automate the response by making sure we have features that we can build any automation or any response process. So if we find risk in real time and we can respond to risk in real time, now you start automating both sides, detection and response. But the third layer is the most important, which is the operational. You can detect in real time and you can respond in real time. But if you don't know the who needs to respond to what, you have an operational problem.
Mhm.
So we built a really good distribution technology, and we call that federated risk management. So we use technology around attributes and base access control, which allows to detect in real time and respond by sending the policy violation, the alert, the vulnerability to the right person. So we can deliver the instance to the person that needs to remediate the risk in real time. So now we can take a step back and say, I have 2,000 engineers working on 2,000 cloud environments and 5,000 cloud applications. Secberus can actually have a detection globally across the stack, but a single federated distribution channel to respond. So think about real-time detection across the board and single-handed funnel of distribution to cut the remediation time.